Once upon a time in a small village at the edge of a big forest, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Arwa. She loved all the animals in the forest and she visited them every morning. She walked towards the sound and found a small dog. He had a hurt leg and was trembling with fear. He would walk with her every morning to the forest to visit his friends. The birds would chirp happily, the squirrels would chatter, and the rabbits would hop around them. All the animals loved Wafia, and they knew that he was a good dog because Arwa had taught him to be kind and gentle. "Don't be scared," she said softly, taking him out of his hiding place. She cradled him in her arms. "Thank goodness you came," she said, relieved. Together, they worked to rescue the trapped animals. They carried the injured ones to safety and the rest were led away from the danger. They named it Wafa's Haven, in honor of the brave dog who had shown them the true meaning of courage and kindness. His fur was dirty and matted and he looked at her with big, sad eyes. But people's hearts were filled with gratitude for Wafa, who had saved them all. They understood that without his help, many of the animals would have been lost. Without hesitation, Arwa scooped him up and wrapped him in her scarf. Then she carried him back home. "Thank you." They opened their windows and saw the smoke and the flames. Everyone loved and respected him, and he continued to walk with Arwa every morning to the forest, knowing that he had made a difference in the world. "There's a fire in the forest," they cried, "and the animals need our help." She loved all the animals in the forest, and she visited them every morning. She would feed the birds, the squirrels, and the rabbits, and they would all gather around her, taking treats from her hands and enjoying her company. Although they were scared, they knew that they had to do something. She would feed the birds, the squirrels, and the rabbits, and they would all gather around her, taking treats from her hands and enjoying her company. One day while she was in the forest, Arwa heard a faint crying sound coming from behind some trees. When she got home, she gave him some milk and food and made him comfortable in a basket. Every day she would clean his wounds and change his bandages, and slowly he began to get better. And because he never left her side, she named him Wafa, which means loyalty in Arabic. The wind was strong and the fire was spreading quickly. Many animals were trapped, and their cries echoed through the woods. Arwa wanted to help them, but she didn't know where to start. As the days turned into weeks, Wafa became a part of Arwa's family. Suddenly, Wafa barked loudly and ran towards the village. "Waf, where are you going?" Arwa called after him, but he didn't listen. He knew what he had to do. But one day, disaster struck. A terrible fire broke out at the edge of the forest. She stood there shouting for help, but everyone was too afraid to come close to the fire. He ran as fast as he could, barking loudly to wake the people up. So they followed Wafa to the forest. When they arrived, they saw Arwa and the other animals. After the fire, the village was in ruins. The animals had lost their homes, and their families were torn apart. The villagers gathered together and decided to build a small shelter for injured animals. From that day on, Wafa became a hero of the village. Once upon a time in a small village at the edge of a big forest, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Arwa. If you want to hear more stories like this, please stay tuned.